Hey there folks, CodeInception event এর আজকের সেশনটি হবে get started with native mobile application development নিয়ে। So without wasting any time, let's get started.
Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to have a discussion on mobile application development. So before that, let's look at today's agenda. First of all, we are going to look at what is native mobile application development. Why should we learn native mobile application development? Native mobile app development versus responsive web design. What is the importance of UI UX in native mobile application development? Best languages or tools for native mobile application development, and some best resources to learn native mobile app development. Some of the difficulties that we might face while building a cross-platform application. And finally, we will have a short demo on application deployment on Google Play Store. So before moving any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Vaidyanathan and I'm currently working as systems engineer at Tata Consultancy Services. I am also an Android application developer to Programmer's Gateway, which is the publisher name on Google Play Store. I am also an active open source contributor on GitHub. You can feel free to connect with me on Twitter and LinkedIn, and also read my articles on Medium. So without any further ado, let's get right into the session. First of all, let's talk about what is native mobile application development. Native app development is the creation of software programs that run on specific devices and platforms. For example, you can create applications to run on devices such as mobile phones, tablets, and smart gadgets. Also, applications can be developed for specific platforms such as iOS or Android. Unlike websites and web applications, mobile apps don't run in the browser. You need to download from specific app stores such as Google's Play Store or Apple's App Store. Native mobile apps can access the built-in features of smartphones such as the camera and microphone by default. Next up, let's see about the need for learning native mobile application development. Why should you learn it? There are many benefits offered by native app development compared to hybrid or web application development. First and foremost is better performance. Native mobile apps directly interact with the native APIs without depending on middleware such as plugins and web views. As there are fewer dependencies, native mobile apps are faster and are more responsive than hybrid mobile applications. Second point is immediate access to new features. Native apps can immediately make use of the latest features of Android or iOS, whereas hybrid apps have to wait until there's a plugin that supports that new feature. Finally, the most important point is consistent look and feel. As native apps are developed using native SDKs, their UIs look more consistent with their platform. This ensures better user experience as there are no discrepancies between the underlying platform and the app design. So next up, let's see some differences between native application development and responsive web design. First of all, let's look at responsive web design. It lowers the cost of production. If you are building a product from scratch, a responsive website will be much less expensive than a mobile application. You have cross-platform accessibility. Responsive websites use HTML and CSS to display pages, and these can be accessed with any browser. As a result, responsive websites work equally well on various platforms and devices. There's no need to install anything on your device. To start using the app, you only need to type your website URL into the browser address field. Responsive websites have limited support of mobile device features such as access to camera, microphone, and push notifications. Now let's look at native applications. It offers more personalization. Personalization is about offering a tailored experience to users based on their interests, location, and behavior. Mobile apps let users set up preferences from the start. This makes it easier for you to track users' interactions so you can customize their experience according to their needs. Most importantly, it can work offline as well. Once the app has been downloaded, its data can be stored directly on the device. The product team can decide which content to make available for offline use. It can't run on a device with a different operating system. For example, you're not able to run an iOS app on an Android device. If you want your app to run on both, you need to develop two versions of your app, one for iOS and another for Android. Finally, it's expensive to build. The biggest downside of building native apps is the type of coding necessary. If you want to build an iOS app, you will need to learn or hire a developer who can code in Swift language. If you want to build an Android application, you will need a person who knows Java or Kotlin. If your product team wants to release an app for iOS and Android, then they will have to write code for each operating system. Next up, we need to talk about the importance of user interface and user experience in native application development. It's crucial to know the significance of UI UX in mobile application development. Many developers create their application in a way that it performs functionally very well, but lacks in terms of UI or UX. So what makes UI UX that important? What are its benefits? Let's look at them. First of all, it attracts users. The designs grab the attention of the users and ensure they spend as much time on the app as possible. However, the users should be able to understand the designs and navigation well enough to stick around for the long term. Creates a good impression. When users visit your app, they should be hooked to it immediately so that they come back for it again and again. A good app has higher usage time, and this can be done with app's UI UX design. Most importantly, it builds brand. Putting resources into productive UI UX design helps in rising customer satisfaction, subsequently ending up with cheerful customers. Individuals like working with brands that make them happy. They will be willing to take up features that can be upgraded and thus put resources into improving your reputation. Next up, let's talk about some best languages or tools that you can use for native mobile application development. So native Android development can be done in Java and XML using IDEs such as Android Studio or Eclipse. Flutter framework can be used for developing cross-platform applications for mobile, iOS and Android, and web as well. Kiwi framework, which is a free and open source Python framework for developing mobile apps and other multi-touch application software with a natural user interface. React Native Framework is an open source mobile application framework created by Facebook. It's used to develop applications for Android, Android TV, iOS, macOS, tvOS, web, and Windows. And finally, Xamarin Platform, open source mobile UI framework from Microsoft for building iOS, Android, and Windows applications with .NET from a single shared codebase. Next up, let's talk about the best resources to learn native mobile application development. So before getting into the actual development of applications, it's really important to get the fundamentals right. That is, it's important to understand how Android applications work and the fundamentals of applications. So you can head on to developer.android.com/guide/components/fundamentals to gain understanding of how an Android application works. The links of the same will be in the video description below. So after having understood the fundamentals of applications, it's important to understand the activity lifecycle. That is, the various stages the Android application goes through. Head over to developer.android.com/guide/components/activities/activity-lifecycle. The link of the same will be in the video description below. Now that you have a clear idea about how actually apps work, it's crucial to explore and select the development tools and framework of your choice. Go through the aforementioned tools and frameworks used in the field of Android development and make your choice. Next, make your Hello World application, which is a simple application that has a single screen displaying the text Hello World. It's really important to try out some basic applications first, such as calculator and to-do list application, so that you make yourself comfortable and you make your fundamentals strong and also get familiarized with the intricacies of development environment. Slowly pick up pace and start building some medium-level applications such as weather app, quiz application, or a news application where you get to learn about how to work with APIs. Next, start learning about databases such as Firebase, MongoDB, so that you will be able to build a full-fledged, dynamic, full-stack application. Also, it's very important to be a good UI UX designer apart from having a strong grip in the backend development. Start learning about material designs, design patterns, and fundamentals of UI UX design using tools such as Figma or Adobe XD. Apart from all the points mentioned above, it's important to have a great understanding of software development principles, component-based software engineering, and software testing, which will help you develop great applications. Next up, let's look at some difficulties that we face while building a cross-platform application. The biggest challenge of creating a multi-platform application is how to manage the code base. To make the mobile application seamlessly perform over all mobile platforms, mobile app developers need to utilize a responsive design, which ensures that the application looks similar in various screen sizes. So this is something mobile application developers have to keep in mind while developing a mobile application. Tools and frameworks such as Flutter and React Native can be used to develop cross-platform applications. Now that we have understood all the concepts regarding native application development, let's look at a sample demo in which we will upload and deploy a sample Android application on Google Play Store. So the first and foremost thing that you need to do is to create your Google developer account. So for doing so, head over to play.google.com/console/signup, where you will be able to log in with your Google account, and then you need to fill a form in which you need to give the details such as public developer name. So this will be visible to the users on Google Play Store when they are downloading your application. Next, you need to give a secondary contact email address and then a contact phone number, and you need to agree to the terms and services, and you're good to go to create your account. The creation process includes signing the Google Play Developer Distribution Agreement, adding some personal information such as this, and paying a one-time registration fee of $25. So when you proceed to create your account, you will be asked to pay a one-time payment of $25. The second step is to prepare the documents. So you need to be ready with documents such as privacy policy in advance before you start the deployment process. So you can create privacy policy document using this website. You just need to enter your application name, contact information, and the type of app and the operating system for which your app is designed, and the policy effective date and owner type. And you're good to go, and the policy will be generated in a minute. The third step is to study Google developer policies. So make sure that every feature you will implement in the app is aligned with the Google developer policies. So these documents explain how apps need to be developed, updated, and promoted to support the store's high quality standards. Number 4, technical requirements. So before moving on to the upload process, you need to check the following things. First, use the unique bundle ID. So the package name should be suitable over the life of the application. You cannot change it after the distribution. You can set the package name in the application's manifest file. So let me open my sample application here, and let me head over to Android manifest.xml. As you can see, the package name of this sample application is com.programmersgateway.sm199.sampledemo.app. So this package is unique to my developer account, and this app is uniquely identified on Google Play Store because of this unique bundle ID. The second step is signed app release with a signing certificate. So every application should be digitally signed with a developer's certificate. The certificate is used to identify the author of an application and can't be generated again. Next, is the app size. So it's essential for your app to be of a minimal size from 5 to 20 megabytes depending on the application as well. So this will lead to higher download rates. File format. Two possible release formats are accepted by Google: App Bundle and .apk. However, .aab is the preferred one. To use this format, you need to enroll in app signing by Google Pay. So let me tell you how to sign your app and also the different formats that are accepted by Google. So once your application is built and it's ready for deployment, you can head over to Android Studio and click on this menu Build and then select Generate Signed Bundle/APK. You will be asked to select one of the two options available, that is Android App Bundle, which is the .aab file, and the normal APK file. You can select either of them and proceed with Next. In this particular section of the window, you will be asked to create a key and also the mentioned key store path. If this is the first time you're deploying your application, then you need to click on Create New and then proceed with filling this form, and then your key will be generated. And then you can mention the path of that key store here. And while creating that, you will set a password and then you can mention the password here. And then you can create a new key alias as well here. After selecting the key store path, you will be able to select this and then the key password. Let me select my key store path. So after doing this, you need to click Next. And here you will find the options of debug and release. Since you are going to release your application, select the release option and also tick the checkboxes that says V1 jar signature and V2 full APK signature, and then you can click on Finish. So before doing so, you can also select your destination folder where you want your .apk application to be present. So once you have done that and clicked on Finish, the APK will be present in that particular destination folder. So after doing that, the first thing that you need to do is to create the application on Google Console. Now I have logged in with my Google Play account here, and you need to click on this Create New App button on Google Play Console. So you need to fill some basic details such as the application name and the type of application, whether it's a normal application or it's a game, whether it's free or paid, and you need to declare that you agree to these policies and agreements, and then you can click on Create App. So let me go ahead and do that and click on Create App. Once you have done that, you will be redirected to Dashboard where you can start setting up your application for deployment. So the first thing that we are going to do is store listing. So for setting up your store listing, you can head over to this drop down which says set up your application, and then under this manage how your app is organized and presented, go to set up your store listing. So once you have done that, it will ask for short description, a one-liner that describes your application, and then a full description which describes a whole lot of things about what your application can do and what it's capable of doing and how it will help the users. And then you need to create your app icon and then upload the same here in PNG or JPEG format, and then a feature graphic that will be displayed on Google Play Store. So you can upload the same in PNG or JPEG format, and then an optional video link which will describe about your application. And then finally you need to upload some screenshots. Upload 2 to 8 phone screenshots of your application which will be displayed on Google Play Store. If your application is compatible with other screen sizes such as tablets as well, then you can upload the screenshots of the same. So after you have done that, next you need to head over to the application type and categorization. As you can see, the Google Play console itself displays all the things that you have to do in a sequential manner, such as set up your application is the first one, and the next step is release your application, and that's it. So under set up your application, we saw various tasks. So once you finish each and every step, it will show that you have completed that specific step. Once you have done setting up your application, then you're ready to release your application. So for publishing your app on Google Play Store, you can select this option and view the tasks that are under it. When you have confirmed the review of your application and you're ready to roll out, you can click on the rollout button there, and it will be the option where it says create a new release is where you will need to upload your APK and send for official Google Play team's review. So after they had done that, your application will be live on Google Play Store. So that concludes a sample application deployment on Google Play Store. As you can see, there are just few steps that you need to follow in order to bring your application live on Google Play Store. So that's it for this session. Thank you for your patient listening. Have a great day. Thank you.
থ্যাঙ্কস ফর ওয়াচিং ফোকস। আমাদের এই ইভেন্টটিতে কোলাব করেছে দুইটি পার্টনার অর্গানাইজেশন, তারা হলো ব্যাশ ওমেন কমিউনিটি এবং ভিশন গ্রিন অর্গানাইজেশন। আমাদের পার্টনার অর্গানাইজেশনগুলো খুবই সাপোর্টিভ কিছু ইনিশিয়েটিভস গ্রহণ করেছে, সুতরাং প্লিজ তাদের সাইটগুলো দেখুন এবং দেখুন তারা কী সার্ভিসেস প্রোভাইড করছে, কী ইনিশিয়েটিভ গ্রহণ করেছে। এটি শুধু আমাদের অর্গানাইজেশন বা তাদের অর্গানাইজেশনের জন্যই নয়, বরং আপনার জন্য খুবই সহায়ক হবে। সকল লিঙ্ক আপনারা ভিডিওর ডেসক্রিপশনে পেয়ে যাবেন। Thanks again for watching. Join our Discord server to support our mission of creating the first ever developer community of Bangladesh. If this video was helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to our channel for watching amazing programming related contents in the future.